EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. For the right to represent the AFC in this year's Super Bowl. Off we go on EA Sports. On the return is Trey Palmer. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing right away on the game's first play. Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game. Odafe Owe bursting in and recording the sack. Now they'll set up to throw. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Throwing now on third and long. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
In motion comes Andrews. Here's a first carry for their running back. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They send him right out of the slot. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Here's third down and a few inches. From the gun, Jackson. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot, then there's a medium zone option, and then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of downs. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
Bateman is the motion man. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. A troubling development here in this AFC title game. Lamar going to work from the pistol. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll motion over Flowers. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And that one not going to get there. And it's wide to the left as well. It's no good. And this will stay a scoreless game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. They'll run, and here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
They'll run on 2nd down. He's to the 10. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Vegas.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This returnable from the 4. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Bateman is the motion man. They'll stick with him again. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
3rd down and 9. Jackson. Open man, that's Flowers. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And this is going to be a beauty. Touchdown at the 2-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again from his own end zone. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw, and that is incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
And a short field awaits. Fair catch taken on this side of midfield. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Damone Clark there to get him down. Second down and 8. Jackson now. That's into the hands of Flowers. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they'll bring this inside the 30, a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Jackson looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down. Matt Gay on for the field goal.
So a quarter in the books in the AFC Championship. It's the Raiders with the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This a 48-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Ravens are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. That's Palmer, the man in motion. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
In motion, that's the tight end there. Now a give up the middle. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Now, faking the give. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. His 1st catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
In motion is Myers. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one.
Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Carlson's kick is good, and the Raiders go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Pistol formation with Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. And the pistol, Jackson ready. That is left side and caught by Flowers. Now a 3rd and 2. Jackson up top again. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
That is taken at the 10. Oh, hello! He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get this only to about the 20. On play action. He'll set up to throw. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Yo. Shut up.
Jackson now on second down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it's going to bring up a third down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Ravens has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Dax Hill up from the secondary to end the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Jackson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
We will have a Ravens first down. They get 5 on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did to pick up the first down.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun, and he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Ravens. Matt Gay on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Ravens will tie things up. It's now 10-10. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Vegas.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders go up by 7. It is now 17-10. 4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, the Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting to be claimed. 30 minutes away, unless, of course, we have overtime. We're back underway in the AFC title game. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. A troubling development here in this AFC title game. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. No chance at all. He'll go down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. He'll be marked down very close to the first down. They got 14 of the 15 that they needed. It's going to set up a manageable 3rd and short.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
To the air one more time with Jackson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Again, it's Jackson. Trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Quick.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha, tonight. What are you?
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Baltimore.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st.
That one taken in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now a give on the ground, and he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Third and 9. He'll look to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he will go all the way. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Up the middle they go. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Already.
Slot receiver, headed right. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this complete to his tight end Bowers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a... NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Ready up.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. They run with Walker, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. A 1st down throw for Jackson. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
2nd down, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. 1 quarter remains here in the AFC Championship game. This is the NFL Playoffs on EA Sports. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. Jackson up top again. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Max Crosby, motor always running, gets there for the sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
It's a gain of 12. Brings up third down and 9.
Hands up.
Now Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Second and 7.
Sit up. Sit up.
And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Throwing Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
59-yard attempt.
And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And the deficit will stay right where it is.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
We'll go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Gets it away quickly. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. They'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On 2nd down, Walker. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
It's first down, and they'll run. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Here's a run going left. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Raiders. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
On second down, Jackson again. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be taken down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Jackson now to throw on first down. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical backbreaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Play action now. Jackson. It is brought in the end zone. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Big moment here for the Ravens as they will go for the two-point conversion.
13.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, they go with their running back. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We're back to crown an AFC champion after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. That is rare. You don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. 1st down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. To get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. 2nd and 11. They're going to motion the tight end over here. A run now on 2nd down. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Down to a knee here. And cue the celebrations. They are on their way to the Super Bowl. So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. As they will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy, they are off to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks as champions of the AFC. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.